A young Grizzlies team back to their grit and grind roots. Jonas Valanciunas rebounding everything in sight. And everybody's favorite. Let's go walking in Memphis. Remember that song? Yeah, we're not old, so we don't really remember that. Anyway, let's talk about the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies somehow went from grit and grind, the Marcus Gasol, Tony Allen days, to youthful, fulfilled lineups, and back to grit and grind somehow. So yes, the Grizzlies are back to relying on their defense to win them games, although their offense has seen a bit of an uptick, especially in terms of three-point shooting, but that's still not their forte. Their team is definitely driven by their defense. The Grizzlies as a whole are 10th in field goal percentage allowed at the rim, which is not bad for a team, not really known for having rim protection like that. Similar actually to what Miami does. But Bam's a little better there than Jonas Valanciunas. They use their young perimeter guys to frustrate teams. Have Kyle Anderson and his walking limb factory up there to disrupt teams' passing lanes. Dylan Brooks annoys the hell out of you. So yeah, be on the lookout for a lot of that pestering kind of defense. Similar to the game they had against Miami last time, where I don't think either team scored over 90 points. So yeah, expect a bit of a slog. And as I mentioned earlier, it's not shooting that's their thing, but recently guys like DeAnthony Melton and Desmond Bane all year and Grayson Allen have been hitting their threes at a pretty high clip. That's still not really where they look to get their offense. They just look to John Morant and the pick and rolls with Jonas Valanciunas to break down a defense. And with no DeAnthony Melton in this game, look out for Desmond Bane to, do his sniping as he has been all year. I think he's leading all rookies in three-point percentage this year so far. And another thing to look at is definitely the offensive rebounding. Grizzlies are number 2 in offensive rebounding this year, and that's definitely a thing that's going to hurt Miami if they don't get on the glass. It definitely helps that Bam has been more in the paint recently, considering that they have new perimeter guys like Trevor Ariza and Victor Oladipo, which means less switching. As I mentioned earlier, their weakness is definitely their offense. They're kind of middle in the pack, lower, much like Miami. They're actually a little bit better in terms of that this year, but Miami is a new team, so it might be a different game than the last time we saw them. Grizzlies are a team top 10 in the league in terms of their offense coming from three-point shooting, so that's not really going to be their game, and I'm guessing that's what Miami's going to try to force them to do, much as they did last game. And with the Grizzlies, if you have a guy capable enough of stopping that point of attack of John Morant, which Miami hopes they have now with Victor Oladipo, and early returns are that he is that guy, you could pretty much stall the Grizzlies' offense or any semblance thereof. In these instances, that forces Dylan Brooks to do way too much, and you never know with Dylan Brooks. You could have a 2 for 15 night, or you could have a 6 for 12 night with all of those shots coming from three-point land. Forcing the Grizzlies to be a half-court team is definitely first on the agenda for the Heat. Especially considering they're definitely better in fast break opportunities with high-flying guys like John Morant.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Ooh, I feel like there's only one nominee here, and it's definitely Grayson Allen. He's been Tony Snell-like from three-point land recently, and especially from top of the key. He's been one of the best top of the key three-point guys all year long. But hopefully that won't be too much of a problem, keep your eyes on Ted Cruz's illegitimate son out there. But other than that, the Grizzlies don't really have another kind of guy you look at being an RSHK. They're just a lot of, young prospects looking to be molded into something else. Although I guess if Killian Tilly comes off the bench with no DeAnthony Melton out there and kills you, then yeah, I would be afraid of that. So yeah, stop baby Ted Cruz, and I think you're golden on the RSHK front. Fingers crossed.